Today we are saving hundreds of dollars duping high-end Christmas decor. From pillows to candlesticks to napkins and an entire place setting, I'm showing you how to decorate your home for the holidays for much less. Let's jump right in with our first high-end dupe. Now, I saw these candlesticks months ago on the Neiman Marcus website. I have been so excited to make them, and today is the day. Look at how beautiful these candlesticks are. I love that round shape with all those balls, and then the snowflakes, they are stunning. I love the gold snowflakes. They're so pretty, but they are definitely a pretty penny since they are from Neiman Marcus. They come in a variety of different sizes, and we are going to replicate the one that has the two round circles. This 9-inch candlestick is $52, and we're actually going to be making 2 of them, so we're going to save ourselves a lot of money today. Well, the first thing we need is some round balls. Now, because I've had this dupe in my mind for quite a while, I've had some time to look around and find the perfect substitute for these round balls. And I found it at the Dollar Tree. They have clear plastic ornaments. This is the largest size, so I picked up 2 of these. And then I needed a smaller clear ornament. Now, the Dollar Tree does have these smaller ornaments, but when I was at the Dollar General, they had some there. This was a package of 2 clear round ornaments for a total of $1, which is a fantastic price. We need 2 more things, and the first is a plastic clear bowl that I got for a project earlier on in the fall. These are from Hobby Lobby, and then we also need something for the top to hold the candlestick. So while I was at the Dollar Tree, I went over to their party section and I found some plastic shot glasses, which were the perfect size, so I picked up a package of these. So now I have everything that I need to create our 2 candlesticks. Now, the Neiman Marcus candlesticks have these beautiful snowflakes on it, which is definitely the highlight of the candlesticks. So we need to recreate those snowflakes. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can get a snowflake. One is a sticker. You can get them on Amazon. I found some that were very similar. That would definitely work. The second is to get a gold paint pen and freehand draw those snowflakes on your candlestick. What I'm going to do is use my Cricut Maker and just have that cut out my snowflakes. I found an almost identical design, and my Cricut Maker is going to cut it out on some gold permanent vinyl. I weeded away the excess vinyl from around my snowflakes. I created snowflakes in 2 different sizes, a larger one and a medium one. Once all of the excess vinyl had been removed, I put transfer tape over the top. Then I'm going to cut out the snowflakes individually because I'm going to place them at different areas on the clear ornaments. You can see that these vinyl snowflakes are just like stickers. So I'm telling you, if you don't have a cutter, do not worry. You can definitely do this project with stickers. All right, so now that they're cut out, what I'm going to do is just remove the protective backing from the vinyl snowflakes and then press them to the ornament and then remove the transfer tape. I'm placing these snowflakes sporadically around the surface of the ornament. I'm spreading them out because the snowflakes on the inspiration candlestick were spread out, so we're doing the exact same thing. Once I was finished adding the snowflakes to my first large round ornament, I moved on and repeated that process with the second large ornament. I added those snowflakes around the surface of the ornament and then removed the transfer tape. On my smaller ornaments, I'm not going to add as many, obviously, because it's a smaller ornament. I'm going to do about 4 snowflakes per ornament. We don't want our snowflakes to be clumped up or too close together, so 4 snowflakes per ornament is perfect. If we look closer at our inspiration candlestick, you can see that there are some gold rims. One is along the base of the candlestick, and then there's 2 at the top where it holds the candle. So we're gonna get that same look. What we're gonna do is take our base, and then I'm going to be using some gold rub and buff, and of course we've got to use some blue painter's tape. That way our lines are straight. So I'm gonna take my blue painter's tape and tape off a line at the bottom of the clear bowl. I did this with both of my bowls. And then to our little shot glass, it's small enough that I can take one line of tape and just wrap it around the center, which is what I did with both of the plastic shot glasses. I'm going to add a dab of the Rub and Buff to a tissue and then wipe it onto the clear bowl. The Rub and Buff goes on smoothly. It's the perfect color tone. This is a very easy technique. It's much easier than painting, and I also love the color variation that the Rub and Buff adds. And it's not a solid line. There is some darker areas and some lighter areas, which I love. So I just continue to add the gold leaf Rub and Buff to both of the bowls and the plastic shot glasses. Once the exposed areas on all 4 of my items had been coated in the gold leaf Rub and Buff, I let it dry for about 15 minutes. Now that everything's dry, we are going to remove that blue painter's tape to reveal sharp, crisp lines. This gold tone is absolutely perfect. It's going to stand out and make our inspiration piece candlestick beautiful. It's assembly time. So what I'm going to do first of all is remove the metal topper from the ornament, and then I'm going to flip the bowl upside down and add a whole bunch of hot glue to the center of the bottom of the bowl. Then I'm going to take my large clear ornament and press it into the hot glue. Next, I'm going to take my small ornament. I'm going to add hot glue to the small ornament and then to the opening of the large ornament at the top. Then I'm going to press those 2 pieces together. Then I added hot glue to the bottom of the shot glass and pressed that to the center of the top of the small ornament. Then I repeated this exact same thing on the second candlestick pieces. I added hot glue to the bottom of the bowl, pressed the large ornament into the hot glue, added hot glue to the smaller ornament and to the opening of the large ornament, pressed the 2 pieces together, and then added the hot glue to the bottom of the shot glass and pressed that to the ornament. Look at our candlesticks. Aren't they fabulous? I mean, come on. I love the snowflakes on our clear ornaments. The gold leaf stripes on the base and the candlestick holder section at the top are classy and elegant. If you did want to make any kind of change, you could swap out the base for like a plate. I couldn't find a plate that was small enough for our candlesticks, so that's why I used the little bowls, which I think are great. I know that they're stable, they're not going to go anywhere, so they worked for me, but you could swap things out. Another thing you could swap out is the actual design. You could do a different kind of Christmas or winter themed design, and even the ornaments could be swapped out. You could make whatever color you wanted. You could do red candlesticks or green candlesticks. But I really love the way that mine turned out, and they're gonna look fabulous on a little mini Christmas tablescape that we're gonna put together in just a little bit. So let's take a look back at our Neiman Marcus candlestick. If we were to buy 2 of those, it would cost me $104. Let's add up all the costs that went into creating our 2 candlesticks. After doing that, the total was only $7. Which means we saved $97 creating our own gorgeous candlesticks, and I think they look so similar. I'm going to put my candlestick up next to the Neiman Marcus candlestick, and for $3.50 a piece, I think they're quite remarkable. These are a very fun, very inexpensive decoration that you could put out this holiday season that would really make a statement. And I love that we were able to do it for a fraction of the price of our inspiration piece. We are well on our way to making Violet's room a Candyland Christmas, but we definitely need some sparkly lights to bring it to life. I have these fantastic Gobi lights. We've got string lights, curtain lights, and icicle lights. So let's start off with these beautiful string lights. I wrapped these lights around the tree, and we're gonna go with softer colors like pink, which is going to be perfect in her room because we have so many pink things. This is like wrapping our room in a hug from a peppermint dream. No fuss, just pure joy. These lights make everything festive and fun. And the effects are out of this world. We're gonna dive into Dreamy View. These presets bring Candyland to life. Watch Christmas Bee swirl like swirling ribbons of taffy. The soft lights make your heart skip a beat. Then Christmas Bell chimes in with these twinkling lights. They pulse like jingle bells dipped in frosting. And don't miss Christmas One. It's like swirling cascades of glowing stars that feel like the North Pole. And setting it up was a breeze. All I needed to do was just tap into my phone and control it from there. It's like magic. No complicated setups, just instant holiday cheer. See, one quick swipe and poof, the whole room transforms. It's so fun, it's effortless, and visually it's absolutely stunning. We've got the string lights and we have the curtain lights, and they coordinate with each other, which brings the room to life. And of course, you can control them from the comfort of your phone. It doesn't matter what theme you're decorating your home in this year, these Govee lights will help to infuse your room with color and Christmas spirit. So if you're ready to sweeten up your Christmas decorations, then definitely get yourself some of these Govee lights. I will leave a link to their website in my description box where you can check out all of the amazing products that they have to offer. On Violet's side table upstairs, we have all kinds of nutcrackers and gingerbread houses. We've got some pastel bottle brush Christmas trees. And then under the tree, we have a tiered cake, which is so cute. We've got some more gingerbread houses, and then we have a sparkly pink gift that lights up. She also decorated her tree with pastel candy canes. We've got some green ornaments, and then she picked this cute ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's got gingerbread houses on it, and it's pink, and we wrapped that around the tree. All of the ornaments and the little figurines and the gingerbread houses and everything that is displayed, she chose. She came up with the design on her own. She picked the color scheme. This is her idea. My decorations throughout my house are definitely very curated. They are displayed in a refined and tailored way, but that does not mean that I don't let my kids go to town, be creative, and decorate their spaces in a way that they love, which I think is perfect for the Christmas season, because part of the magic of Christmas is being able to decorate your home in a way that you think is magical. And that's what she did in her room, which I think is so fun. She will definitely remember the way that her room looked for Christmas this year. And in fact, she keeps those lights on at night while she's sleeping. I don't know how she does that. There's no way I could do it. But hey, you know, it's her room and she's definitely feeling that magical sparkle. So she loves it, which makes me love it. So decorate your home in any way you want this Christmas holiday season. Whatever floats your boat and makes you happy, decorate that way. Every now and again, I love to look at the Mrs. Alice website. She has some fabulous items over there. And so I thought I'd check it out and see what she has for Christmas. And I found these beautiful napkins. They're white with a gold scalloped along the outside, and it's got these laurel leaves, which are gorgeous. I love them. And what I love about these napkins is that they're neutral, so they will go with any color scheme that you have for Christmas. A set of 4 of these napkins was $122, which is a lot of money, and I know we can make them for much less. So the first thing we need are some napkins. So I thought I would try my luck at Ross. So I headed on over and I found some that are nearly identical to our inspiration napkins. They have a gold scallop detail along the edge. They are white, they're large, and you guys, a set of these napkins was only $4.99. What a deal. We are already way ahead of the game because we found these napkins. How lucky. We could totally just leave them like these and they would be beautiful, but I really loved that laurel leaf design. So we are going to create that on our napkins. I'm going to be using my Cricut Maker once again because that way it will give me an exact laurel leaf to our inspiration piece. So I created a very similar design and then had my Cricut Maker cut it out on some champagne gold iron-on vinyl. I weeded away the excess vinyl from around my laurel leaf design, and then I cut these into individual laurel leaf lines. I'm going to attach my iron-on vinyl to my napkins with my Easy Press. So I heated it up to 330 degrees and set the timer for 30 seconds. I placed my 4 laurel leaf lines along the perimeter of my cloth napkins. Then I placed the Easy Press over the vinyl and left it there for 30 seconds. Once the timer was up, I moved the Easy Press onto the second section of vinyl. Once again, I let it sit there for 30 seconds, and then I just continued to move the Easy Press around the perimeter of the napkin until all of the vinyl was heated up sufficiently, and then I removed the protective coating from the vinyl. Look at how beautiful these napkins are looking. I am so excited. So let's jump right in and finish off the remaining 3 napkins. I positioned my laurel lines along the perimeter. I put the Easy Press over the top, left it for 30 seconds, continued to move it around the perimeter of the napkins until the vinyl was heated up sufficiently, and then removed the protective coating over the surface of the vinyl. It did not take me very long, and in no time I had 4 almost identical looking napkins with the gold scallop edges and laurel leaf design. Look at how absolutely stunning these napkins look. Oh boy, these look so similar to the inspiration piece. I cannot even tell you. Now there is an element of luck that goes into some of these dupes. I cannot believe how lucky I was to find these scalloped napkins in that exact same design. So I know I was very fortunate on that front. And then all I needed to do was just add that laurel leaf design all along the edge, which is definitely a detail that these napkins needed. So let's take a quick look back at our inspiration napkins. A set of 4 was $122. And after adding up all the costs that went into creating my 4 cloth napkins, the total was $14.99, which means we saved over $100 creating our own cloth napkins. And I can't even tell you how beautiful these are. I'm going to put mine right up against the inspiration napkins and look at how similar they look. And these are going to look fabulous on our mini tablescape that we're going to put together right now. So not only was I inspired by the napkins on the Mrs. Alice website, but I loved that tablescape that those cloth napkins are on. So I thought we'd do a little similar setup right here on the kitchen island. So we're going to start off with this green toned tablecloth. It's a perfect neutral backdrop. And then I have these gold snowflake chargers. I love the detail along the charger itself. It's so pretty. I purchased a set of these at Ross, so these are going to go down first. And then on top of my charger, I have these gold rimmed plates. They have the same leaves that we have on our napkin. They are going to coordinate so beautifully, and also the green tone is perfect for Christmas. And it also has a gold edge along the inside and the outside of the dinner plate. And then the salad plate is white, and it still has those green leaves all around the perimeter, but it also has that gold edge that coordinates with our dinner plate. So this is going to go right in the center. And then it's time for our napkins. And don't our napkins look so cute? I love them so much. And the only thing that's going to make them look even better are these Christmas tree napkin rings. I bought these at Home Goods. So those are going to go in the center of our plate. And then I've got my glasses and silverware to the side. Now let's talk about our centerpiece. Of course, we're definitely going to be using our snowflake candlesticks. They look perfect on this small setting. They have the gold on them, but they're also clear, so they don't take up too much space visually. And then we also have a set of lucite reindeer that I purchased at Hobby Lobby, I've got a standing deer and a sitting deer, which is fantastic because we have our large standing deer and our large sitting deer right next to the tablescape, so the deer match. And once again, they're light and bright so they don't take up too much space visually in the center of our mini dining space. So once again, we were able to dupe the actual look of the tablescape without buying anything new. I had all of these items at home and all I needed to do was arrange them in a way that looked like our inspiration tablescape. This mini tablescape would be perfect for a fun little friends brunch or a little get together. It's small, it's intimate, but oh so beautiful. And we were able to put this entire tablescape together very affordably, and I know it was much less than the inspiration dining tablescape. If you're looking for Christmas decorating inspiration, ways to decorate affordably during the holidays in unique and exciting ways, then you have come to the right place. Right now, I am posting new videos on Monday and Thursday until mid-December, so make sure that you're subscribed so you can get your 2 times weekly dose of Christmas decorating inspiration. I duped this pillow covering a few weeks ago and I had a couple of you ask if I could create a pillow covering without using the pillow covering. So challenge accepted. That's what we're gonna do today. So the next dupe is going to be this beautiful embroidered snowflake pillow from the Joanna Buchanan website. This stunning pillow is very nice, but it comes with a hefty price tag. This pillow is $176, which is a lot of money, and so we are going to get one that is, in my opinion, even better for much, much less. So we need to come up with an idea that not only is a beautiful snowflake-wise, but can be a substitute for a pillow covering. So I thought I would try my luck at Ross, and since I was already in the linen section looking at napkins, I thought let's check out the hand towels. So I wandered over there and I found what in my opinion is even better color and design wise for snowflakes. The snowflakes on these hand towels are embroidered, and I love the mini snowflakes in gold and silver scattered throughout the towel. These hand towels are going to be the right choice for a pillow, and a set of 2 of these towels was only $5.99. So yes, it did come with 2 hand towels. This one just has the snowflakes on it. There's no embroidery. So we are going to use the one that has the embroidery already on it. This is just going to be a bonus kitchen hand towel, which is fantastic. I'm not going to complain about that. So what I'm going to do with my embroidered snowflake is fold it in half, but we're doing it inside out. I'm a pinner. I like to pin my fabric when I'm sewing. I'm not a really good willy-nilly sewer, so I've got to have the edges pinned closed so I know my fabric is going to stay in place while I'm sewing. I just needed to pin the sides. I don't need to pin the top because we're folding the fabric in half. Then I got out my old reliable Brothers sewing machine that I've had for over 20 years. This is going to be perfect for the job, and I just started to sew the sides of this kitchen towel shut. I sewed all the way along the edge, down to the bottom, and then almost to the middle of the bottom section. We need to leave a small opening. So once this side had been sewed closed, I repeated the process on the other. I sewed all the way down the edge and almost to the middle, once again leaving a small opening. Now that the edges have been sewn shut, I can flip my fabric right side out. I'm going to push the fabric through the hole and pull it. I'm going to tug it and give it a good shake. That way the fabric turns right side out. We are going to make a little adjustment design-wise to our pillow because the embroidered snowflakes are kind of clumped up in the center and there's nothing on the outside edges of our pillow, and I don't really like how that looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some ribbon. I have this trio of ribbon that I purchased at Home Goods, and what we're going to do is use this ribbon right here. It's a gold and cream chevron kind of herringbone designed ribbon. I'm going to cut 2 identically sized segments of this ribbon, and instead of sewing our ribbon to the pillow covering, what I'm going to do is use some fabric glue. I use this fabric glue all the time. You can buy it online at Amazon. I'm going to add the fabric glue to the ribbon and then press it to the pillow covering. I'm adding a substantial amount of glue to the underside of the ribbon. I don't want it to gap, but you don't want to add too much because you don't want the glue oozing out the side either. So it's a fine line. Once I was finished adding the glue to the underside of the first ribbon segment, I repeated the process on the second ribbon segment. I simply added the glue to the underside of the ribbon and then a little bit on top of the pillow covering and pressed the 2 pieces together. Once both ribbon segments had been glued to the pillow, I let the glue dry for 2 hours. I'm going to be stuffing my pillow with some polyfill. I bought a bag of this at Hobby Lobby, but you can definitely purchase it online for a couple of dollars. So I'm just gonna grab handfuls and push it through that hole that we left at the bottom of the pillow covering. I'm adding a whole bunch of this polyfill to my pillow covering. I wanna make sure that it's full, but you don't wanna add too much so that it's tight. We do need to sew the pillow closed in just a minute. We don't want to overfill the pillow. We don't want a fat snowman in a little suit. So once I was finished filling up this pillow covering with the polyfill, I went back to my sewing machine and I sewed that opening closed. And we are completely done with our pillow. You guys, look at how beautiful this is. We made this out of a kitchen hand towel, you guys. A kitchen hand towel is now a stunning accent pillow that is going to look beautiful in my Christmas decor. Just like our inspiration piece, we have some embroidered snowflakes, but I actually love the addition of the ribbon that we added. I think that that's such a pretty detail that makes ours one of a kind and a little more unique. This looks elegant, festive, and yet it was so affordable and easy to make. So let's go ahead and remember what our inspiration piece looked like and how much it cost. It was $176. That is very expensive for a pillow. And after calculating the cost that went into creating my pillow, the total was $9.98. And I have a lot of leftovers. I didn't use the entire bag of the polyfill, plus I have this extra kitchen towel, so I could have made more than one pillow. So yes, this was $9.98 to make, but I have all kinds of leftover things that I can make more if I wanted to. So I'm going to take my pillow and I'm going to put it right up next to our inspiration pillow, and you can see how similar they look. However, I actually like mine better. I think it's so pretty, and I'm excited to use it and display it throughout this Christmas season. We saved hundreds of dollars today duping napkins and pillows and candlesticks. Everything we made today was so easy to do. Each one of you could make these. Everything looks expensive, but it was done on a tight budget, which proves that you can live beautifully. You can do it with a little bit of creativity and inspiration, and you can definitely do it during this holiday season. Next week, we are going to be decorating the living room. That room has not even been touched. It needs a Christmas tree, it needs decorations, it needs a festive holiday makeover. So that is coming up. And then of course, we've got other decorations and DIYs that we are going to be doing. So make sure you're subscribed so you can join in on all the fun that we have on Mondays and Thursdays. Well, I hope you got some inspiration today. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching.